tune I recorded with my band Barbarossa Brothers in 2017. We released a record called Holy Water, and this is the last track on the album. Simon in the Bay started as a cool little melody that our guitar player Drew had in his back pocket. Actually, I've known Drew a long time, and about as long as we've been playing together, he's been carrying around that melody. And it took us a while to kind of flesh out an arrangement that had enough to it, but also wasn't too complicated, didn't go too many different places. It's a simple tune, but it's a really beautiful melody, and it's kind of a nice, just like vibe out kind of thing. And you can really get into some cool places with it. So this is something, I think the main part of it originated from a South African groove that I heard at some point. Okay, based around 4 on the floor kick, right? This is against that, we're playing triplets. But rather than accent on the beats with the triplet, I chose to put the accent on the last note of the triplet. Okay, and that's the South African I was doing, is this this triplet over 4 on the floor with an upbeat accent, which I thought was really cool. It's got the it's almost got like if you were playing a shake-a-ray or something like that, one of those gourds with all the beads around it. It's kind of that groove almost. Somewhere else. Now, this rim knock thing I think is pretty cool. It's sort of it's almost like a clave but in 6/8. Okay, so it's going like this. Okay? The clave sits on the accent for the first 2 beats of the measure, and then falls on every other triplet for the second half of the measure. I think I explained that right. So it's going 1 and out 2 and out 3 and up 4 and out 1 and out 2 and out 3 and up 4 and out. Okay? The hardest thing about this groove, by far, is placing these 2 hands together and landing your accent still on the upbeat triplet of every right hand while laying in that 2/3 in the second half of the measure. This is really kind of a hard groove to talk about. So I'm just going to play it for you slowly, and I think you'll hear it. You catch that? One of the reasons this feels so weird, okay, and we actually did this on the track. Originally it started out full on with that upbeat, with the of the 4, okay? So when you hear that, but you don't hear the bass drum on 1 immediately, you kind of want to feel that accent as 1. I want to be in America. Everything else besides that, the right hand, the left hand on the snare, and the 4 on the floor on the bass, is just window dressing, okay? I am adding a little shoop on the last accent of each measure and the hi-hat. And then sometimes I'll mess around with the rim knock. One of my favorite things to do with the left hand is get a real 2/3, a hemiola going on between the 2 hands, okay? Sounds like this. Bonus points if you can still keep the accent in there. Let's see if I can do it. Or I might even just lock in both hands triplets. that's the whole thing. The B section of this tune drops into a little more conventional sort of Afro-Cuban thing. I don't think I really need to go over that, but yeah, it's just a really fun tune to vibe out on and try some variations over. I always enjoyed playing it live, and I was really proud of the performance that we got of this tune that we ended up putting on the record, which actually was a live from the floor performance of the three-piece Barbarossa Brothers. It's the kind of groove where you're gonna have to slow it way down to nail your accents and kind of get everything sitting in the right place. Once you do, and it starts to come together, it feels great. And this is such a fun groove to just jam on. So lock your click at 118 once you get everything feeling right, and mess around with it. See if you can come up with any cool variations. Though, if you're looking for a workout for the right hand and a little bit of a brain teaser for your polyrhythms, this could be it. Okay? So thanks for joining me, and keep jamming.